Hello everyone, welcome to the first video on my channel. With this channel, I hope to discuss a wide range of things that interest me and hopefully also interest you. If that sounds like something you'd enjoy, please subscribe and stick around, it would really mean a lot to me. For my first video, I wanted to talk about something that has always interested me, yet also confused me: idols dating. After the recent globalization of Korean entertainment such as K-pop and K-dramas, I noticed something bewildering of the sort. K-pop idols weren't allowed to date. Now, let's break that down together and try and understand why two consenting adults who want to be together are not allowed to be together due to their industry. This is a phenomenon that I simply can't wrap my head around. Maybe it's due to the fact that I'm not a die-hard K-pop fan who's super obsessed with an idol to the point that I must know when they're dating and when they're not dating. However, I am a fan of K-pop in general, so hopefully I can provide a little bit of insight, and maybe you, the viewer, can provide me with a little bit of knowledge as well. To start out, I want to consider the polar difference between Western entertainment and Eastern entertainment. In Western entertainment, we can take any average boy band, for example, One Direction, and compare them to any K-pop group like BTS or EXO. One Direction, at their peak, were heartthrobs of the world for a very, very long time, before their disbandment, of course. One Direction members, however, were openly in relationships during their performance period, and no one really batted an eye, except for the occasional tabloid magazine. However, if mere rumors come out about any K-pop idols dating, for example BTS or EXO, there's an uproar. Now, I can kind of see what companies mean about not letting idols date to maintain the fantasy that they are available for their fans. And I also understand that this is how companies, big companies, make money. They build on that fantasy and self-insert that fans create for themselves when their idol is single. Think of it as a real-life Wattpad story. Companies unfortunately use this delusion that most fans have that their idol will choose them as a partner as opposed to anyone else, when in reality, it is highly unlikely that an idol will ever be able to date or marry their fan. So it comes down to this: why get so upset? In my opinion, it's something along the lines of a long strung-out delusion or dream being broken by a harsh reality once an idol is discovered dating someone that is not a fan. It breaks any sort of hope that any fan has of getting together with their ideal type, which happens to be their idol. In fact, the cases don't even have to be as extreme as dating. I recall when an artist by the name of IU received an immense amount of hate when a member of BTS, Jungkook, just slightly mentioned in a 2-second interview that she was his ideal type. My question is, why was there so much hate sent out? And my other question is this: is this just a Korean fan problem, or is it also an international fan problem? Being on K-pop Twitter, I observed, and I was part of threads. I was part of fandoms just to see behavior and see the reactions of other people who happen to enjoy K-pop, like myself. And I came to the conclusion that there are two different eras, before the Korean wave and after the Korean wave. I remember when I was in high school, I was sitting next to a girl in my history class and we were talking about BTS. And when I mentioned that there was a rumor going around on Twitter that one of the members was seeing someone, I remember the girl started crying. No, I could never picture myself crying over one of my favorite K-pop idols getting a girlfriend or a boyfriend, but it was interesting to me to see that the level of love and dedication these fans have to get upset. In the One Direction era, or what I call before the Korean wave, when boy bands like One Direction or NSYNC were popular, this mentality wasn't there. With majority of fans, I'm sure that there were some cases, as there are exceptions to everything, but it wasn't as prevalent as it is now in the K-pop world. Many K-pop fans, international especially, tend to write off this obsession tendency as a Korean fan problem, when in reality, I see this problem very prevalent among international fans as well. And usually, this is a problem that rampages the teenage girls ranging from ages 13 to 18. I just want to put out a disclaimer before I continue that this is not a hard rule, and I'm sure there are many fans who are male and also outside of this age range who behave this way, but I'm talking about a general majority. I would say after the K-pop era, so when One Direction was over and there was a rise of K-pop, especially internationally, you could see a different kind of obsession. and I started to think about why. Certainly, One Direction had its fair amount of funny moment compilations on YouTube and a good amount of interviews that were available for free for fans to watch. However, this is nothing, and I mean nothing, compared to the amount of content fans can receive from K-pop and K-entertainment. K-pop entertainment companies do an amazing job of making sure the fans feel very much connected to their idols. Idols often produce as much content as YouTubers, if not more. From variety shows to vlogs to music videos, interviews, and even drama that fans can receive from K-pop idols is so much greater than what bands could receive from, say, One Direction or NSYNC. It's easier to get stuck into that delusion. You know your idol, and you know that they know you. Well, some people may consider this amount of content a blessing, that they have a limited amount of time to see their idols in different situations, hang out with bandmates, or just being by themselves. I see it as a way for companies to exploit that delusion that many fans, especially young fans, have. When someone gets so used to seeing someone do mundane daily things like eating or just hanging out, it's easier to make oneself believe that they are in fact a part of their idol's daily life. And this is where I believe the obsession about dating arises. Obsession isn't good in any case, but it's especially harmful when it comes to an idol and a fan relationship. There is a direct power imbalance, and most fans don't see it. They participate in the toxic behavior of attacking idols because they're seeing someone or because they're rumored to be seeing someone is dangerous, and frankly, I don't know what solution there is to all of this. All we can do is educate others we see acting like this and hopefully help them understand that while it's okay to love your idol, it's not okay to live in delusion. Anyways, I hope all of you enjoyed this video. If this type of content is something that you relate with or you enjoy, please feel free to press the subscribe button and like this video and leave a comment about this topic. I'm very curious to know your experiences, whether you are a One Direction fan or whether you are currently a K-pop fan or whether you're a fan of any celebrity at all. Is this a feeling you have? And if so, why? And if not, why not? Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!